Hello everyone, today we'll be taking a look at German HANOMAG Sd.kfz 251/1 German half-track 35th scale from Tamiya. You'll get the half-track and 5 figures. So, you get some descriptions of the HANOMAG out here in Japanese, and then you will also see the other available vehicles that's in the Tamiya line. And you can tell this is a export version to the US because they have these in English. And these are the kits that they'll actually export to the US. Anyways, let's open this up and take a look inside. So, we'll get these sprues. Let's go down to the instructions first. So, you get the classic Tamiya tech tips. Alrighty, so you will get a Japanese set of instructions and an English set of instructions. We'll look at the English ones. So, here's some pretty interesting descriptions on here. The descriptions for these things are honestly pretty cool reads. They write them very nicely. Okay, so let's get building. So the first thing you do is you build a water tank and the meter panel. Then you build the floor and the seats inside along with the driver's panel. Then you build the torsion bar suspension on the bottom, and you assemble the floor into the vehicle. You build the forward wheels and the steering arrangement for the forward wheels. Then all the axles for the actual half track go on there, as well as the rear hatches. The tracks here are rubber tracks, so you'll have to just lock them in place. And then you build the fender, the edges of the fender, and then other side of the fender, and then you build the top machine MG42. And then you build all the guys, and then you're good to go invade some unfortunate country. Anyways, you can build your Sd.kfz 251 as any one of these. So you can do Russian one or African one. I'll probably do the African one, honestly. The African one was the yellow one, which is very cool. So this is very cool. It shows you all the variants that this thing that existed from this, like all the variants that existed, which is very cool. And it's a very long read, actually, so I encourage you to read it. Anyways, enough talking. Let's get to the model kitting. So, first sprue we have here. We'll look at the guys. So, you will get these soldiers right here. So, you have gas mask canisters for the soldiers, pistol, binoculars, daggers, rifles, and grenades, and machine gun. Then you get all the soldiers in their various poses that you can pose them on. And you also get helmets and the bread bag pouches. So yeah, while this is an older tooling, so the soldiers don't have the most or the highest level of detail on them, you can still make out roughly where everything would be, and they're still relatively good. It's just that the face details are not as sharp as, let's say, a new kit, but that's acceptable, being that this kit is well over 50 years old. At least the tooling is over 50 years old. This is a 1974 tooling. Okay. Next, we have our tracks. The tracks are rubber tracks, and they, unlike the other Tamiya rubber tracks, these function on the locking method, where the part would just go into that one, and it will lock the parts in place. Here we have our hull. Let's take our hull out. Ow. I guess the kit put up a fight to not get out of the box. Okay, so here's our hull. The hull has good riveting details on the bottom. and the front as well. There's not too much stuff on the very bottom because I expect that you probably cover that up with the chassis materials, but there's a good amount of rivets on the back as well. Interior is very bare because you put the floor in over here. Okay, let's get that back in there. So the next sprue we have here is the A sprue. This sprue has the interior of the vehicle, including the seats, the fenders, rim, the MG machine guns, headlamps, all the little tools that would go on the vehicle, including the hooks, as well as vision ports, vision slits, and additional fairings. Again, these have very nice riveting details, so if I go ahead and dry brush them, they will turn out very nicely. And then here's your upper hull. Honestly, it kind of looks like a hippo, if you ask me. The upper hull will just fit nicely with the lower hull like this. Very sharp fit, which is very good. Although some parts do need a little bit of cleanup where it was taken off the sprue. But overall, it's very sharp tooling. And I think this will look very nice. Okay. Now, moving on from here, we'll go on to the wheels. So, this sprue has first the chassis parts. There's the torsion spring parts for all the wheels to go on, the water tank, the driver controls up here, as well as suspensions for the main wheels, and the seats for the drivers, and the steering column right here. And then here we have the wheels. So you get the tired wheels, and you get your treaded wheels right here, as well as all the rollers for the wheels, and the hitch in the back. So you can optionally hitch something on here. Lastly, we have our decals. So the decals we have here, we have all the numbers available. So whichever number you want to make it. You have the German Iron Crosses, the unit markings. You can also do Africa Corps. I'll probably do the Africa Corps one. Yeah, and you have the low visibility and the high visibility ones. Very good unit markings. Very sharp, very, very sharp decals. And Tamiya decals always go on very nicely. Anyways, this brings us to the end of this unboxing video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will probably build this HANOMAG soon because, honestly, it's a pretty good kit. Tamiya kits are really good. And there's really nothing to complain about Tamiya kits. Although the figures do have a little bit of a dated look to them. But can I really blame it? It's a 50-year-old kit, so hey. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.